Hello, this is your boy Bill Eshkababa, and everyone is talking about the Hearthstone meta. Everyone's angry with the meta, people don't like the meta, people are saying it's pirates, it's Reno, it's Jade, what's the problem with the meta? Everyone's going off with the meta. And I think the problem with the meta is none of those things. I think the problem with the meta is deck diversity. That's what I think is the problem with the meta. Now, what do I mean by deck diversity? I'm talking about archetypes. The problem that has happened is that Blizzard is now dictating the archetypes they want us to play. And because they are doing this, it has narrowed down the way classes can play. So if you want to be a Reno deck, well, you're going to be a mage, a priest, or a warlock, because they have the Kazakus. It's only for those three, so those are the Reno classes. Blizzard has decided that. Blizzard decided that those three classes are the Reno classes. Okay, Jade. Blizzard have decided that it's Shaman, it's Rogue, and it is Shaman, Rogue, and who else is Jade? Druid. The biggest of the Jade, because they've got the Jade Idol that can keep shuffling in. Blizzard have decided that those classes are the Jade classes. They've decided that. As for Hunter, Paladin, and Warrior, well, they were the hand buff classes, but that mechanic is shit. I straight away said, you can check my YouTube channel, I said once they announced Don Huncho and it was a hand buffing card, and that was our stick. I'm a Hunter player, I love playing Hunter. Used to love playing mid-range Hunter, Control Hunter, Reno Hunter, stuff that you can't do anymore. I said straight away that hand buffing thing wouldn't work. I said straight away, this ain't gonna work, this is shit. Straight away. And people were saying, no, it can work because it has the Doppelgangster, and Doppelgangster will be so much value. I said straight away, no. Because you lose too much tempo. You're playing crappier cards that will buff up cards that on a later turn will be super powerful. So you're preparing for super plays, power plays later down the road. The only problem is you don't get to pick what you want buffed. So you can play a card, it buffs high main, and then you've got a supercharged high main, and then he gets polymorphed, or it gets hexed. And there goes your hand buffing thing, and there goes everything. So I knew straight away it was going to be a shit mechanic. But Pirates saved Warrior. So Warrior basically just rode Pirates, and now patches Small Time Buccaneer is being nerfed from a 1-2 to a 1-1. Still goes up by 3 when you have a weapon, so you can still play Small Time Buccaneer on turn 1, summon out patches, hit him for 1, and then if they don't kill him straight away by using a coin ping, you can then weapon up and still hit the face for 3. So even though it's worse, I think the pirate kind of package will still be around. If not as strong, it will still be around. The patches will still be around. The problem is that Blizzard kind of killed off Control due to the fact that Jade's a big problem. Jade's going to be a big problem. And everyone's celebrating now, and I'm with you. Celebrate the death of the pirates, because God knows I hate those little bastards too. But there's going to be a rise in Jade. Jade will rise. Jade Shaman has no problem in removing the pirate package and still being unbelievably strong. And Jade Druid is just out there in the wild trying to creep its way in. It wants to creep its way in so badly. But the pirates are keeping it at bay. Well, guess what? The pirates are going away. There'll still be pirates. There'll still be people playing pirate decks, because pirate decks are still aggressive. Aggressive decks tend to stick around. But without the quickness, you see, because what's keeping Druid away, and these Jade decks away, is that they're slow. They're slow to get going. And the pirate deck is just too quick. It will kill him before he can get going. But once the pirates is gone, you're going to be seeing a lot of Jade Druid, Jade Shaman, Jade Rogue. And they're just going to outvalue everything. And no Control deck can even go up against these decks, because they get outvalued on the board, and, well, they can't fatigue Jade Druid, because he can just keep shuffling in and drawing more and more Jade, so they can't win on fatigue. And when Jade Druid takes over, with the Pirates gone, and Jade Shaman gets even stronger, or just becomes just pure Jade and doesn't run the Pirate package anymore, then Control Warrior is gone. Control everything's gone. Except if you're Reno, and that's just because Kazakus is ridiculously strong, and you can play Kazakus on brand, and then get 2 10-mana potions, get a 5-mana potion, and then if you're a mage, you can Manic Soulcaster back 2 Kazakuses back into your deck, and then play it again. So, there's no... This changes that they've done with the Spirit Claws, and the removing of the Small-Time Buccaneer from 1-2 to 1-1, that's not going to fix the meta. There's nothing that can fix this meta. The only thing that can fix this meta is that Blizzard stop printing cards and saying, this is what you play now. That will fix the meta. And this started with Cthulhu. Because Cthulhu was like, you're going to play a Cthulhu deck. This is what you're going to play. And it became worse with the Gadget Sand. Because it's like, these 3 classes play Jade, these 3 classes play crappy hand buff, and these 3 classes play Almighty Reno. With Kazakus and stuff like that. And Solio and Raza. And Cruel the Unchained. The Chained. So, Blizzard is doing this. Blizzard is basically forcing people into playing what deck they want you to play, and that's killing off deck diversity, and that's what's making the meta stale. That's what's making the meta bad. And the removing of the Pirates ain't gonna fix nothing. It ain't gonna do anything. Because in a month time or 2 months time, everyone's just gonna be complaining about Jade. Because it's just gonna be Jade Druid, Jade Shaman still there, Jade Rogue, and without the Pirates to keep them at bay, it's just going to be that. Control is still not coming back. Combo's still not there. There's no combo. There's no control. There's just going to be Reno with his turn 6, everyone boosts, and Jade. And anyone who's not playing Jade and Reno will get smashed. Unless some sort of other aggro deck comes along. And the Pirate deck might still stay around. Just because the Small-Time Buccaneer is moving around doesn't mean there's not going to be any sort of Dragon Priest is still around, Dragon, maybe Warrior. But there's not going to be any Hunter. There's not going to be any Paladin. Hunter still can't compete because Hunter will not draw enough cards to compete with the value of the Reno decks, and it can't compete on the board against the Jade decks, because the Jades are just going to keep growing bigger and bigger. So Hunter's still dead, Paladin is still dead, so these changes mean nothing. These changes will not fix the meta's going to be the same. It's just shifting the focus from Pirates onto Jade now. You'll watch, in 2 months' time, everyone's going to be complaining about Jade Druid and Jade Shaman and be saying, what's going on with Jade? And then they're going to say, we're going to wait for a rotation, and the rotation's going to come, and then if the next expansion is like, everyone play this, everyone's going to move on to that thing. As for the flaws, now once you reach level 15, you can't get the motor back. Once you reach level 10, you can't go down. Once you reach level 5, you can't go down. This should have been in, like, since day one. Because you've got people purposely with legend card backs, purposely just slumming it down at the bottom, getting to crappy ranks, and then just boosting their way up and winning constant games. And it's crap. There should be a tier floor locking people out from people who aren't as good. So if you're someone that's not as good, end of the month, you're in the 20 range, everyone that's better is locked up on the 15 range, the 10 range, the 5 range, and you're basically safe in that beginner zone, which is much better than what it is. So that's a good change, but the meta is still the same. Anyway, this is my opinion. I don't know, maybe, I really doubt nerfing this guy, this Small-Time Buccaneer from 1-2 to 1-1 is 100% going to fix the meta. Everything's going to be perfect. There's going to be Control, there's going to be Hunter again, there's going to be Paladin, everyone's going to be running different decks. I don't see the changes being that big. Reno will still be there doing his Reno decks. Jade's going to creep in because there's no Pirate, there's no aggro keeping it at bay. And it's just going to be Jade and Reno. And Control's still dead, Combo's still dead, Hunter's still dead, Paladin's still dead. So these are my thoughts. Leave down in the comment sections what you think about the meta, what you think about the changes. And please, do not forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Bilishkavava out.